Have you ever wondered what the world's worst FM tactic might look like? Well, we're going to check it out today. Yes, as I was browsing the Steam Workshop, this one popped up. It is considered the FM24's worst tactic. So this is actually, what is it? Believe it's version 3. Yep, right there, version 3, of course. It's an H shape. Never would have even thought of that, but it has done awful things for our teams. And to be honest, the reason I'm bringing you this is not to see if there's any way that you can make it work. If you come in as a Liverpool, Aston Villa, or Ipswich Town manager, if you can get a win or two out of it. This is just to see what happens. I'm really interested to see what actually happens with the squad itself. So that's what I'm primarily focused on. But let's get in to see how it did for our two Premier League teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa. This is going to be a quick video because, as you could see, Liverpool come in 19th place relegated. I'm sure there's a couple of people out there who are happy to see that one. A whopping 3 points, 241 goals against, only 24 goals for. That is insane. 1-0 and 37. That is the outcome of the season. Aston Villa faring the exact same, just less on goal differential. 200 - 241, 262 against, 21 for. That is just a crazy season right there. And I am not going to go into the specific details of the cups or anything like that, because as you can see, they lost every single match except drawing one and winning one against Aston Villa, funny enough. But this is where I want to see things. The squad itself, 42 appearances for Joe Gomez, +1 is the highest. Goals-wise, Mohamed Salah gets 15 goals. Now, I will say in some of the tactic tests that we've done on some other tactics, of course, he's gotten less. So 15 goals in this is pretty amazing. Now, assist-wise, 4 for Anderson Arroyo, who's not even there anymore, and Joe Gomez and Dominic Szoboszlai. That is, yeah, that's crazy. Alisson, though, was 7-2-1. He was the standout performer of the season. Absolutely fantastic, though. And just getting into how this tactic is used and how the players are used, you can see right here. Jota, Nunez I've seen on some of the side. Salah there with 4 goals in this appearance. Diaz, McAllister, Thiago is back. Gakpo in there. Tsimikas, I've seen Alexander in this role and Tsimikas down where Gomez is. Endo in the right back role. That's interesting. Trent is usually on this side in the wing back role. But overall, this is definitely the worst tactic I've seen. You could probably throw a whole bunch of people in the midfield, but, this has really done awful things. And as we change things up to Aston Villa side, yeah, look at all that. That is not even a draw in there. And if we look at their win over Liverpool, you can kind of get the same feeling of how we saw Liverpool. But Ramsey, Diaby up there on the fronts, Zaniolo, Kamara, Tielemans, and Bailey in the midfield line, Moreno and Digne on the left, Cash and Konza on the right. Martinez doing 7-9 there. Overall, this is such an interesting tactic. I will not be doing it again, though. Squad-wise, Ezri Konsa getting 40 appearances at the top. Only 6 goals for Diaby and Ramsey. That is it. Assist-wise, 3 for Douglas Luiz. You are spread out a little bit. Wow, 3 is the tops. And then 7-3-4 for Martinez. I just love how the goalkeepers finally get their worth. Data Hub, yeah, plenty of problems defensively and very weak in attack. You got some numbers. You're actually dribbling per game you get there in shots percentage almost, passing percentage almost. Everything else, not so much. And Aston Villa is pretty much the exact same to a degree. Actually, defensively, they're very good, apparently, much better than Liverpool was. And as we go back to Liverpool and just take a look at some of these, these stats in the Data Hub, goalkeeping, shots faced per game through the roof. The only one is Aston Villa all the way down to the list. Conceded per game all the way up. Aston Villa, again, why is it 9 or 6 or whatever it was? That's insane. And as we look at the XG table, yeah, all the way down, Liverpool, 19th place, Aston Villa in 20th, just where we expect them to be. So having gone through this entire list, fewest conceded, Aston Villa is 6 allowed in 38 matches. I think that's broken. But most tackles won, Aston Villa with 924 and Liverpool with 882. Overall, yeah, this is definitely the worst we've seen. And as we switch over to the championship side of Ipswich Town, yeah, same thing. Not even a single draw or a win on their books. 46 losses, 22 goals, at least you got that. 305 against, -283. Yeah, that one. Not a single win throughout the entire season, not even in the friendlies. That one is funny, and some of these were on TV too. I would be embarrassed to be a supporter of this team during this run. Squad-wise, though, Wes Burns with a top of 44 plus 2. Goals-wise, 6 for Connor Chaplin. So, I mean, yeah, Broadhead with 4. Assist-wise, 5 for Connor Chaplin. And average rating 6.90 for Christian Walton, the goalkeeper. Only 17 appearances, though. And as you can see, this is sort of how they lined up on at least one match. So Broadhead and Harness up front. Chaplin, Luongo, Evans, and Jackson on the midfield line. Davis and Williams on the left. Donasian and Clark on the right with Hladky, of course, between the sticks. So Ipswich Town getting the same here. Fewest conceded as 49. I'm not really sure how this works, but most tackles won, second, 11.04. So like usual, I will go through the tactic itself, but as you can see, I mean, clearly this is not something you want to ever try unless you're doing some kind of test or something fun with it. But a goalkeeper in defend, fullbacks on both sides, wingbacks on both sides, everyone's in automatic up until you get up front. A wide midfielder, a central midfielder, another central midfielder, and another wide midfielder throughout the midfield line. A Raumdeuter in attack on the left and a Raumdeuter in attack on the right. Very defensive mentality, in possession, attacking with his wide, overlapping the left and right, focus played on the left and right. Extreme directness is passing directness. Tempo is higher. Mixed crosses, shoot on sight, play for set pieces, and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly, distribute to the flanks, and take long kicks. Out of possession, a low block line of engagement, a much lower defensive line. Trigger press much less often and get stuck in. I don't know why I went through that, but I mean, overall, we know it's just done awful things for all three teams. It really is an interesting kind of sociological experiment in FM24 just to see what happens, how the players deal with it, and yeah, what's happening next. But all three teams doing abysmal. But that's where I'm going to leave it. I am SamuraiHex for the Football Manager blog channel saying thank you as always for watching. And don't worry, we will get back to some winning ways very soon. But take care and enjoy.